On the temple.
He's signing his husband to Hailey, so.
Yeah.
And does Devin, did you sign or no? Just one of them?
Devin's already signed the other one,
Okay.
I think.
Okay, everybody. I'm going to call this planning board meeting to order.
Do we know if we have Christine tonight?
She is.
Said she may.
She's on.
She's on. Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Okay, well, we have a quorum. First order of business on the agenda this evening would be, I guess, well, we have invitation for public comment first before draft minutes. Do we have any, no, okay, no public comment. Approval of the draft minutes from September 16th.
Christine, did you see my note about Zoom? I think you need to use the microphone, Kathy, but I think you're asking me about the Zoom note, and I just emailed you and said that was fine. What you have is fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, did anybody have anything else in regards to the draft minutes from September 16th?
Make a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
Second.
Okay, Carter, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Jim, we're just voting on the minutes. You okay with them? You accept them? Yes, okay. All right, minutes are approved as amended. Okay, public hearing. Application for subdivision map 2B, lot 71, Hailey and Jack Beal. So I'll read you the actual notice. Notice is hereby given to the public hearing will be held at Town Hall on Tuesday, October 7th, 2025 during the regular scheduled meeting beginning at 7 p.m. The purpose of this hearing is to consider an application of the 2-lot minor subdivision of the 6.33 acre lot from parcel 711160.8 acres on tax map 2B. The property is located on Peterborough Road in rural residential and agricultural district and is owned by Devin P. Guy and Hailey and Jack Beal. The subdivision plans and application are available for public review at town offices on the temple website. Okay, so Russ, we have requested for this evening
We were looking for the checks.
a list of requirements to make this application complete.
Yep.
And so we had questions. The first question was, did Pete Caswell witness the test pit? And that question was answered, yes.
He came, but not only we were exactly there doing it, and came afterwards and we looked at everything.
Mhm.
And he said if you guys want to call, he's more than willing to do.
That's I'd say it's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, take his word. Yep.
Okay. And we'll have the signatures tonight. We have the checks that we requested for the Hillsborough County Registry of Deeds and for the town. Newspaper notice. We have the Mylars, so if we would want to sign those 2 copies. Okay,
We'll need another
we
one.
will, yep, we will, we keep one and we send one to the registry. Mhm. Yep.
I'll give it to Jack and sign it and please,
And I think those were all the questions of the loose ends that we had on the application. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Russ, do you need to sign something on the application?
Yes.
Yeah, our internet connection's up again all of a sudden. It's coming back.
Actually under where it says by, Jack, Hailey and Devin need to sign. I would assume that Jack can sign now and we can just
Yeah, we are gonna, do yeah, was wondering if we would need all three signatures. It makes sense that we would need all three
Yeah,
signatures, but we can conditionally.
yeah, I
Uh,
think so.
accept
But you want to
everything.
sign this part now? Let me just anywhere in there, yeah.
Leave room for the other two signatures, right?
Yeah.
They can also send a letter if that's easier, just saying they, um, agree to the condition, the information above that, just that they,
That works.
Yeah.
yeah, if that's easier, or you can just leave it at the office and they can stop by and sign, but either one.
Okay. So we have all the requirements met for this minor subdivision. So the next step would be,
Is there any public comment?
I don't believe there is.
Doesn't look that way.
It looks like there's gonna be. Yeah.
Great.
I guess we close the public hearing.
So the next step would be, Christie, yeah, we close the public hearing, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right, I make a motion that we close this portion of the public hearing portion of the meeting.
Second.
Okay, Carter, how do you vote?
Yes?
Yep, yes, I vote yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. The public portion of the hearing is closed now, and so now we vote to accept the application.
Can I ask a question? Actually, I think at the last meeting, we accepted the application, but, it's just a question, and that, when I was doing the notice of decision prep today, I noticed that the acreage for that lot is different than what's on the survey. It's one number on the tax maps, it's one number on Avatar, and it's different on the survey. So I just was curious how, John came up with the acreage for the lot, where he pulled the number from, and what is the correct number, so we can make sure we have it correctly. Can you use a microphone, because I can't hear you?
Yeah, let's make sure it's on. Oh, switch there.
Okay. Where was that again? It's probably just a rounding issue.
Yeah, I didn't know, I think you didn't survey the whole lot, is that correct?
We did survey that whole lot, yes.
You did survey, okay, so your number is probably the one that we should go with, is what it sounds like. It's different on the tax maps than it is
Oh,
on,
yes, yeah. on the-
in
you mean
Avatar.
For the whole lot itself?
Yeah, the main
Yes.
lot that you're starting with, and that's not uncommon in Temple. There, like almost every application we've had has been different once it's been surveyed. I was just wondering what the correct number, like where you got your number, if you had surveyed the whole lot, and then we'll just go with your numbers.
I just ran what Dennis McKenney's lot was on there. That's the lot that's the information that I used. Dennis McKenney did this lot a few back in the 80s, and we didn't go all the way out. We just surveyed the lot, the 6.4 acres or the 6.33 acres, and we went up the road, and that was it. That's all we surveyed. We didn't survey way out back.
Okay,
But
so I
there's a
wonder,
remainder is shown from another survey from Dennis McKinney.
From Dennis McKenney's survey.
So that would be the source of.
Yes, that's where I got the information.
and that's from Registry of Deeds?
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's reference plan.
Yeah.
If you look on my reference plan, it is the second one.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Sure.
Okay. So I guess the next step would be then to, somebody make a motion to approve this subdivision.
I'll make
I'm sorry, before you do that, you have to approve the waivers.
The waivers, yep. So we do have a couple waivers here. I can read them off. there's the first waiver request is for section 4.01.d.14, the location of stormwater and drainage lines and drainage ways. And they're requesting a waiver because there aren't any drainage lines or drainage structures as infrastructure within the subdivision. So that seems like a logical waiver request. The second one, section 402D5, the position of the proposed septic drainage fields and proposed wells, essentially the ones within 1,000 feet. And I think we typically waive those anyways, because it seems a bit excessive to show all the septics and wells within 1,000 feet. And the last one is section 402D8, contours shown at 5-foot intervals. And what they've asked or requested for is to only show the contours on the proposed new lot and not on the entire 60 acres. And that seems reasonable to me. So those are the 3 waivers requested. I don't know if we vote on them one at a time or just vote on all of them if we all think they're all.
I'm fine with all of them.
Is that a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the waivers.
Okay. Carter, how do you vote?
Yes?
Jim? Yes. I vote yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Approved, the waivers are approved.
Technically, it wasn't seconded, so I'll second it in case.
Jim?
Jim second.
Jim second.
Oh, he
You
just
just
did.
did Hailey.
He did. Okay, so now we'll entertain a motion to approve this subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
Carter, how do you vote?
Yes?
Yes. Jim, vote yes. I vote yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Motion's passed to approve the subdivision. Congratulations.
So you'll get us second Mylar? Yep, with the other signatures. Yep.
So we need one more Mylar. And we are going to need, how many paper copies? 2?
2 paper copies.
2 paper copies and one more Mylar, and we need the other 2 signatures on the application.
Yep.
And
We
then
can, however you guys want to do that, whether you want me to leave this at the town and somebody stops by, or you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll.
Yep, 2 paper and one more. 2 papers and one more
Yep.
Mylar. Yep, 2 and 2 is what we require. Yep,
All right. Congratulations.
yep,
Good to
yep,
go.
yep, you too.
Yeah. Turn down, that's done.
Okay. New business, private road agreement and release.
Do you want me to give you some information on this?
Yes, please, Christine.
So after the last meeting with Randy, when we were talking about Randy's PRD and the private road, and there were those 2 things that I was tasked with following up on. One was the private road question, and the other was the open space question. So I reached out to our attorney, Laura Spector Morgan, and she recommended a separate document for the private road waiver, especially since there's that new state law that was enacted this past session. It is something that the select board signs. So I think it's probably something the select board has to approve. But I did ask her for a simple version of what a waiver might look like. And she sent me that one that I sent out to you, which I think was from Franconia, if I'm not mistaken. And then I just plugged Temple in to it. But I think that it's something the select board has to approve before we can move forward on that piece of it, but we can still conditionally approve based on that document being signed and approved by the select board. Or we can recommend changes to it, but I think really it's up to the select board.
Okay, Would you like me to read it out loud so we can all hear it and see if anything jumps out at us that?
I don't know. I mean, I sent it to Bill already. I don't know if Bill had any comments
So
on.
has everybody read, had a chance to read it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll comment for the select board. Now, I can't commit the select board. We haven't met on it yet. But given that it came from our town attorneys, I don't think we'll have any issue with it. We'll discuss it at our next meeting next Tuesday.
So what I would say then to the other planning board members is, you have between now and then, if you have any issues with this, proposed, private road, I guess what we would call it, application or waiver. What do we call this?
It's a waiver.
A waiver. So if you have any issues with it, the planning board members, between now and the selectmen's meeting, you should speak up or forever hold your peace.
I just have a couple clarifying questions about, I guess in this instance, the owner, what does owner mean? I mean, I know that like in Randy's situation, right, like he's creating this road, but what happens, I guess, in the future? Is it owned by an HOA?
Yeah, it would be the HOA.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that's how it was done with, I talked to Nicole about this as well. And, you know, she and I both agreed that it's probably redundant to have this requirement in the HOA and a separate document, which is, you know, another conversation because it's what's in our regulations right now is being required. So if we want to change that, we can have that conversation. But for now, yeah, this document would be the HOA, you know, waiving the town liability.
Okay, thank you.
The issue she raised, Laura Spector Morgan raised, is the HOA document can be changed by the HOA members, so that's why it has to be separate.
That makes sense.
From the town, okay, from the
Yeah.
town, right, sure.
Right, right.
So the document I have is dated 10/3. If there are any changes, get them to Carol in time for us to discuss them.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Good.
so then just to clarify, I think, I can't remember if I sent this to everyone or not, but on the open space question, I sent Randy the language that needs to be on the plan. It's, you know, a one sentence statement, which comes basically right out of our regs. And it's the same reason, you know, why the HOA can't just be in the HOA document. It's because the HOA document can be changed by the members, so that's why it has to be on the plan. Laura did recommend a separate document, but I went back and forth with her on it, and she finally agreed that it's okay to just have the statement on the plan, but we also should make it a condition of approval.
Okay.
Okay, so that's segue right into old business. Number one would be the documents for the Randy Martin PRD.
I think we're just waiting on those, right? Sounds like, till later this week.
Yes, Randy sent out an email earlier today saying he's just about got them ready. He'll get them to us soon.
So that brings me to the question. Originally, we had talked about the next meeting, Randy was scheduled for Randy's public hearing.
6:30.
So without these documents, is that okay? Without the HOA, without the, I mean, we're all getting them and we can conditionally approve and we don't have the waiver requests.
So essentially, Russ, we can start the hearing still on that date, and if we
Okay.
don't have the documents, we could either conditionally approve or we can continue the hearing to the next meeting.
Okay,
I
so,
think what was done in the case of Sarah Drive is they just kept continuing the meeting, the hearing. So you don't have to post it every time, you just,
Yep.
you open the hearing, you have the discussion, and then you continue the hearing to the next meeting, and you don't have to keep, you know, posting and, you know, sending out notices to abutters.
That makes sense.
No, but you do need to set a date certain when you continue it.
Yes, yes.
okay, so I asked because then I'll have to get these out tomorrow, yes? the notices.
To make them in time for the 21st.
Yeah.
Is it 21st? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
regardless, I'd have to get them up. I'm on vacation
Also, yes.
Friday night for the next 2 weeks, so I won't even be here for that meeting.
Okay.
So if we're gonna get the note, I just want to make sure then we are sending them out and I'll just get them all done tomorrow.
Is everybody on board with that? For the 6:30 hearing on the 21st?
Yep.
Yeah.
And if all the conditions aren't met, then we'll have to, like Christine said, we'll have to move the hearing to the next meeting.
Right.
But let's hope that it all happens.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is the attorney's gonna have to review the HOA documents, so, and that will take some time.
Okay, so we're kind of regardless, it's gonna take multiple more meetings,
It might be-
right, Christine? Because,
I think that's likely.
so should we
So at the
Should we have the hearing then at the next meeting, or should we push it out one more? Maybe it doesn't matter.
I think if Russ is ready to go to get that stuff out, that we
Okay.
should just start it, but,
Sure.
otherwise one of you guys are gonna have to do it.
right? Thanks,
so I
Russ.
guess we know where we're going. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, Christine, we can always, at the 21st meeting, we can always move the hearing to the next date.
Yep,
If all the requirements haven't been met, and we don't have all the answers we need.
right.
Do we need to vote on that, right now?
I feel like we voted on scheduling the hearing at the last meeting, but
I feel like we
I'm-
didn't do it. 6:30 was the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay. Solar.
so that me again?
Yeah, well, we have feedback from the conservation.
I didn't have any issues with feedback, so.
The
Was
Conservation
the Mike
Commission,
Madden,
yeah.
edits.
So I had a conversation via email with Mike Madden also because he commented on, I think it starts with section 7, Roman numeral 7, where it talks about the primary use. And I clarified for him that it could be commercial or it could be private owner who has abutting lots that, they don't have a house on the other lot, they just want to put in solar. So he felt like, it was good to be more restrictive with commercial and maybe less restrictive with private ownership. So it's just something to consider. And I did ask him also about size, because that's something we had talked about. What is mid-size versus small versus large, the different definitions. And he agreed that it probably made sense, but he didn't have any specific recommendations on that. And then for the Historic District Commission, you probably all saw that as well. They'll incorporate what's in the recommended document into their Historic District ordinance. But I think we have to maybe break out the historic district from the village district, because not everything in the village district is in the historic district. So they would be regulating only what's in the historic district, and we would cover the rest. So that's another question, I guess, for us to decide how we want to do that.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. My property is in the village district, but I am not a part of the historic district
Right,
by choice. So I think that would be the difference.
right.
As an example of a building in the village district.
Yeah, so I would put like on that table of permitted uses, I think there's that fourth category. One is the historic district, and then the village, and then residential, and then mountain. Does that make sense?
It's simple enough.
Yeah. And then there's just the generic language that relates to the historic district. in that document, so it covers that. That was the easy one. The Concom, I mean, if anybody, I can update our draft with what the Concom is asking for, if everyone's in agreement with that.
Say that one more time, Christine.
Do you want me to update the draft of the Temple Solar Ordinance with the recommendations from the Conservation Commission? Is everyone in agreement with those recommendations, or do we want to have more discussion?
So yeah, did everybody have enough time to?
I mean, I read through it, but I think Christine, like you were saying, there were some like kind of comments in there as well as
Right,
recommendations. So
right.
if you feel like you can update it and you know what they're getting at, and then we can look at it again, I think that makes sense.
Okay,
Nothing really jumped out at me.
So update it, but keep it highlighted.
Yeah, maybe keep it highlighted.
Yes,
so we
yes.
can know what.
absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then we'll vote on it after a little bit more time.
Mhm.
Good idea. Okay. Do we have anything else on solar topic?
Just that I didn't hear from the Renewable Energy Committee. So that's a little disappointing because I think they're gonna have some good feedback. But I don't know how long we want to wait for that. I'll give them another nudge,
A
but
nudge, yeah,
yeah.
thank you. Okay, 26 budget.
I think I sent that out late today. I don't know if anybody had any questions. I did add Kathy's hourly rate since I sent that version. But we usually vote when the time comes for the select board to include her in the rate when they do the annual increase. Everything else, I, tried to be pretty specific on what was covered. And then, I don't know if you heard from anybody on the budget committee, if they want to
No.
meet with us, or
They
we
haven't
just,
contacted me.
Bill, are you on that committee?
Which one?
The
Budget?
budget advisory?
Yes, yes, I am.
So do you
forget who
want
the-
to,
Right.
Yeah, right.
so do you want to represent the planning board then, or our budget, or present our
can-
budget?
I can do that.
Christine, do you feel like we have enough money for the legal expenses? Because I think remaining this year, aren't we gonna have to have them look at any?
Well, they're gonna have to look at the HOA for sure.
the
They've already,
HOA?
they've
Yeah.
already looked at, which we can bill Randy for, actually.
Right,
And then we can, if we have funds available, which to be honest, I haven't looked at that closely, the remaining funds. I've got to take care of that this week. But we could bill for reviewing the PRD and the workforce housing under the grant because that's related to the grant.
okay.
So
To make sure we feel like we're covered, because it seems like as of now, we're close to that budget.
yeah, I mean, we did the site plan review and we paid for that. It didn't come out of the HOP grant. And then we had them review the changes based on the legislative changes already, so that's already included in there. I'm trying to think if there what else there was this year. Those were the two big things.
Right, okay.
Okay, for me representing this to the BAC, they're going to ask about the $3,291 for dues and subscriptions, up from $300.
Yep. So
So-
I don't know if you can read that, but that's the $3,000 of that is for the
GIS
annual, for the GIS
GIS, yeah.
maps.
Just want to
Yeah.
make sure about that. Okay.
Yep, and then the 200 for Dropbox, and then 8 of the land use manuals.
Yep.
Yes, that's gonna be a reoccurring fee now.
Right.
Because of the mapping
Yeah. Right.
every year.
Right,
Our budget
Right.
will be back to that old number ever again.
Right, but you'll see down
Yeah.
on the professional services, that's down to 1,000, because we'll do that every year instead of every other year, so we'll be more consistent.
I see that.
Yeah.
It could be less, it, you know, it just depends on how many changes we'll have each year.
Yeah. Okay. All right, do we need to vote on anything here, Christine, or is this just,
Well, if everybody's happy with it, we can vote on it and hand it off to Bill to bring to the BAC.
mhm.
And then if they have any questions or changes, we can go back.
I'll
All
make-
right, well, I'll make a motion. We present the proposed budget for 2026 to the BAC for their blessing or approval. Do I have a second?
Second,
Carter, how do you vote?
Yes,
Yes. I vote yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Bill.
Hmm.
Recap of the Harvest Festival.
I got the posters there and then,
Yep.
then I didn't stand there, so I don't know.
It went well.
Yeah,
Was
quiet.
overly busy with the on my section, but there was quite a few people that stopped by.
Yeah, I know Matt did a little, Matt did a stint there and Russ did a,
pushback.
you got a little pushback.
I got a little pushback. Yeah, from people that were there that were not enthralled with it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Newer people or older residents that
I want to say newer to the area.
newer to the area, yeah.
And, you know, I came to get away from.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I came to get away from something like this, and now we're gonna have, you know, higher concentrations and things, so there was, again, there wasn't a large sample size. There wasn't a large sample size at all.
Yeah, there was never any lines.
No,
Yeah, you were there for a little while
I
too.
think my 2 hours stint, I don't think I talked to anybody.
Yeah,
We just stood there.
yeah, yeah.
Nobody came
I
up.
kept
and asked
checking
me
in and out,
questions.
checking on
Yeah.
you guys
I
over
talked to you and I talked to.
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
look, Christine, it wasn't as well received, I think, as we were hoping.
Was
Foot traffic.
Sarah there all day?
Yeah,
Yes, it sure was.
Okay.
she did most of, anytime anybody did come up, I think she did most of the talking, but like the last 2 hours, Sarah and I just kind of chatted.
Yeah, Kathy was right next door,
Yeah,
with their booth, and so you got to kind of witness what was going on. And I know you were involved with some of the conversations too, but it wasn't a lot of
we weren't in the forefront of the visibility.
visibility wise, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had at least, say half a dozen people stop by.
Yeah.
You're right, she handled most of it very
Yeah.
well. I think there was one that we may have actually had two people at the same time at one point, because I was talking to one person while she was talking to somebody else, standing there, I was sitting down, yeah, trying to eat. But no, it went well, and I didn't get any opposition, just ask questions and explanations. Do you recall any?
No, but what I was thinking, I don't know if we've ever had a song that like said town committees or something like that on the tent, but I saw just a lot of people walking by and I didn't really realize who was in there.
Yeah, maybe next year we can do like a strobe light or something, or yeah, some way to draw attention.
I do think that's.
Yeah,
No, I. We get. Yeah. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect somebody,
Yeah.
the fire department or anybody, or the set of folks to do that. I think that's something we should do on our own.
make our own planning board banner, or conservation commission make their own banner,
Yeah.
just,
But
something to hang that people can see that. yeah.
I agree, because the first time I came to the Harvest Festival, I don't think I went through that section at all,
Mhm.
because I didn't know there was anything there.
Hmm.
And it almost looks like back there is where people go to sit and eat.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it looks like a cooking area and an eating area and not
Yeah.
a.
So it sounds like it's not just the planning boards, it's the Conservation Commission and
Oh, yeah.
and Energy Group. Any of those groups in town, we should probably do a better job of displaying or drawing attention to what we're trying to get out there.
Yeah, it's good feedback.
Yeah, well, you know, most people, even if we advertised it, they wouldn't care.
Yeah, a lot of them don't want to, they don't want to bother with that. They'd rather
Yeah, they only,
watch some apples get squeezed into
Right.
apple juice.
they only care when it comes around to voting on it. And it's, how come nobody ever told me about this?
Yeah. Is this new? Yeah, because she's running it now.
She actually put out a couple of signs, there was one in the center of the. Like by the canyons, where it told me what was going on, what time, where. Maybe we could do that some way too, maybe post one at, one end and one at the other end and.
Yep.
Something out front, so it kind of points everybody in the right direction. She just started doing that, so maybe reach out to her and see if that's something that they want to do, or something that you guys can just make your own sign and go out there and stick it next to the sign or whatever else is going on in time.
I like that idea. I think just an easel out there with the
Mhm.
different committees that are represented in that spot would be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So are we, it's not on the agenda, but I think it should just be on our radar. Where do we stand with the forum, the first forum? I can look back in the notes, but our first forum with Sarah here for the public, in regards to the housing.
So I just picked up the postcards yesterday and I'm gonna get them in the mail tomorrow for that. But I think other than that, we just have the time. Don't we have a date picked for that?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
The 21st, right?
So that's why we did 6:30 for.
That's what
it's all
we did
coming back to
6:30.
me now.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
So the hearing's
So-
at 7:05 or something, or the forum
the form.
is at 7:05.
I didn't read the postcard.
Yeah,
But
but-
this,
Yeah.
whatever time we picked it's on the postcard.
So pretty much our agenda for the next meeting will be 6:30 to 7,
Yes,
Randy's hearing, which will probably be plenty of time. And then a 7 o'clock forum,
right.
Yep.
and that's it.
Yep.
Nothing else on the agenda. Well, we can put things on the agenda if
Yeah.
the forum goes real quick.
I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah, we might want to put a few things on the agenda because Randy's hearing could go quick. And we might have 15 minutes to kill and we might want to have a few things to talk about. So it probably wouldn't hurt to leave a few things on there that we could discuss.
Let's leave the solar on there.
Okay, there you go. Something, just if we need to kill some time.
Yeah.
Okay. Legislative updates?
Nothing
Zoning
new.
amendments?
Nothing new. It's all set to go for the ones that were legislative changes. It got reviewed by town council and they're all good to go.
Christine, question on the postcards that I'm mailing. I assume I'm just paying the mailing cost, is that correct? And then I'll get reimbursed?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, so you'll send me the receipts.
okay, thank you.
And then we should probably do an e-blast as well. I'll wait until after the postcards are mailed.
Okay, I'm gonna go tomorrow, just so you
Great.
know.
Yep,
When are you back, Christine?
Saturday.
Have a good flight.
Thank you. It's an
So,
overnight flight, so it's not gonna be fun.
oh,
Yeah.
slippers and pajamas and a blanket and,
Something, yep.
yeah. So we have all-purpose storage expansion. I don't think we've heard anything on that.
And they haven't started any work, so I think their approval has expired.
Yeah, I don't know how that works with the approval with the.
The ZBA.
With the
Yep.
ZBA.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't ask for an extension?
No,
Not that I'm aware of, I don't know.
I know they were going to, because I
Yeah.
had emailed them back a while, that, hey, you're gonna lose your approval. if you
Yeah,
don't-"
Chuck at Fieldstone.
Yeah,
But I thought that the ZBA had said that they didn't
Oh, didn't they? I think you're right.
They said-
They say in an email, but I don't know how long.
Yeah.
It's not definite, probably.
Not
So
definite, but they were good for this year, or they're
something.
not expired, yeah. I'll have to look back in the notes on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, but nevertheless, there's nothing going on, crickets.
Yep.
GIS mapping conversion?
I think we're, the last thing.
The guy, yeah, the guy from CAI emailed Carol to get together with her to
Yeah.
put it on her machine, but I don't know if that's happened yet.
I don't think it has, just from watching the emails.
Yeah.
I read a little bit there about the floodplain insurance. Christine, you had forwarded us the email in
Yep.
regards to the state's boilerplate regulations, I guess. Is that what you would call that?
Yeah, for towns that aren't mapped.
Right.
So, yep.
What was your take on that?
I mean, it it feels like a lot to take on in mid-October, personally. But you know, I can be persuaded if we want to try to make it happen.
I mean, we still don't have the maps, but I think we agreed that even though we don't have the maps, we could move forward.
Yep.
Um,
It's also, you know, are we going to be overwhelming voters with too much?
Hmm.
I think that that was the conversation we're having. How much do we overwhelm the voters with?
Right.
Yeah.
That might be a better one to save.
Do you think we should keep it under other business, move it to other business and kick the can?
We've been kicking it for years.
Well,
Might as well kick it again.
I think we're all to actually move forward with it now.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, it's gonna overwhelm the voters now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too many items to vote on. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have the legislative changes, the PRD, the workforce housing, and the solar.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, if everybody thinks we should just kick the can there and put it under other business, Kathy, I guess, and that way it won't get forgotten, but we won't move forward to try to present anything this year. If we had the maps, it would probably make it a lot easier
Yeah.
to,
It actually would make it harder if we had the maps, because then we'd have to be more specific.
then we'd have to be, harder, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then other business, the board procedures and the driveway regs, I guess we're just gonna keep those on here, but we're not gonna do anything on those right now. And then, just the webinars and training, I think you have it all listed there, the things that are coming up. Anything particular, Christine, you wanted to highlight?
Well, there's the NHMA conference. I think Carter went last year. Is that right?
Yes, I attended last year, and it's definitely was worthwhile to go and attend if you haven't done that before.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, well, that one was on October
was
4th,
4th.
so I guess,
Oh, no,
No, That's the land use
that's
law
the
conference.
November.
Yeah.
November 19th,
Oh, the
the
November.
last one.
oh, November, NHMA annual conference, November, okay, yeah.
Yeah. If no one else is going, I would definitely go, but if somebody else wants to go, I'm happy to give up my spot.
The, over fourth was the way
Really?
You went? Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, one guy who had a presentation and his time was up. The next time they ran all the way to the end, they were trying to answer questions in the middle, they ran 10 minutes over and then they shut them up.
Boy,
So it was very disappointing.
that's too bad.
I haven't looked at the agenda, but usually, like, sometimes you can just go one day, you don't have to go both days. One day is more planning focused.
So in regards to flood management, there's the October 14th in Keene, and then the stormwater manual information is virtual and on October 16th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, well, that's all we have.
So was there an answer on the annual conference thing?
I don't think is anybody else interested in going to the annual conference, or is it okay if Christine attends?
Sounds like you're,
Sounds like you can go.
Yep.
Okay, so I think there needs to be a motion to use money to pay for that.
I would make a motion to send Christine to the New Hampshire Municipal Association Annual Conference on November 19th through the 20th.
A second?
How do you vote, Carter?
Yes?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like you're going.
Thank you. I'll get in touch with Carol.
So before we adjourn the meeting, just want to make sure we're clear on the Hailey, Jack Beal. We're waiting for another Mylar and 2 more paper copies.
yep,
They need to go to the office and sign the
Sign,
application,
yeah.
the other 2 applicants. And we won't do a notice of decision until that happens.
You have to do the notice of decision within 5 days of the decision being made, which was tonight.
Oh.
But you can, the conditions of approval would be that they turn in the Mylars and checks, which like they did already, I guess,
Yeah.
and get the signatures. And I feel like I had put one other condition in that notice of decision. Let me just open the file. There it is. Sorry, I moved it to a different folder. Hang on.
So I have conditions as a 1 Mylar, 2 paper copies and signatures. Those are the conditions that they need to.
yeah. And I'll bring
Yeah,
this down to
here
the
it is.
office tomorrow.
Yep, Mylars, I think the electronic copy we have already, right?
Yes,
And then the other condition, which we usually have on our just standard notices for the monuments to be set.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Monuments to be set. When?
it's prior to recording at the Hillsborough County Registry of Deeds is what we have noted. That's our standard language, if, you know.
Can you send me a boilerplate on that or a
Yeah, I sent it this afternoon to you and Russ.
yeah,
one that a previous one we've done for another applicant or a boilerplate? How'd you do that?
Well, this is the one for Beal, but if you look at like Pete Von Schneider's, it's in there, it's in all of them. Unless we have a specific conversation, like sometimes the surveyor will say that I've already put them out there, so then I don't include it.
Okay.
yeah, John's map shows that they've already been set.
Yeah,
everything.
correct.
So maybe if you confirm they've been set, then you can take that off.
Well,
They're on the
it
survey
it
maps.
says on the map, they've already been set, so.
Oh, okay, so then I'll just take that off.
Take the monuments to be set prior to their
Yeah, so
recording.
the only condition will be the Mylars,
2
paper
paper.
copies, 1 electronic copy, which we have, so that can come off. And then the application must be signed by all parties with ownership of the parcel to be subdivided.
Yep, that's it. 2 paper and signatures. Yep. Good.
And then I put in a note about the discrepancy in the acreage. So maybe I'll just note that he used the plan that he referenced for acreage for the larger lot.
I have that, they turned that one in too, so I'll drop that off with the office with this other stuff.
And my other questions, they brought the checks, so that's good. And then I need to put in anything that came up during the hearing from abutters, which there was none, so I'll put in a comment that says no abutters were present. And that's it. It's good to go.
Okay,
I'll send you a new version after the meeting.
thank you so much.
And then you sign that, Bruce.
Yes,
And then it gets mailed to all applicants and the surveyor.
okay. Do I have all that information?
The addresses are on the notice of decision.
Okay.
I think, well, it has the same mailing address for Hailey and Devon.
Mhm.
So,
I'll call you if I have any problems.
okay,
I'll do it tomorrow.
well, call me, either email me or call me on WhatsApp. Or Zoom.
What she said, call me or email me or what?
Or on WhatsApp or Zoom. WhatsApp.
Yeah, because my regular phone won't
Yeah,
work.
okay,
I don't use WhatsApp.
I don't either. Yeah, that's why I was. Okay, good. Thank you, Christine.
Yep.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second. Carter, how do you vote?
Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
it's before 8 o'clock.
Thank you,
Thanks.
everybody.
Thanks, Christine.
Hey, we did before 8
All
o'clock.
right, thank you.
And never
night.
happened.